Have you ever stopped to wonder what really makes someone go from just good at their job to, truly great? It's usually not what we think it is. Today, we're going to dig into that hidden variable, the one that can change everything for you, both in your career and just in life.
All right, so let's call this the success puzzle because we've all seen this happen, right? You've got the smartest person in the room, the one with all the technical chops, but they're just not getting ahead. Why? Why isn't being brilliant enough? Well, that's exactly the puzzle we're going to piece together today.
So let me just ask you this straight up, and I want you to really think about it. In your own life, at work, at school, who's the one that really succeeds? Is it the person with all the book smarts, but maybe is a little tough to work with? Or is it the person with, solid enough knowledge, but they have amazing people skills and just radiate confidence? It's a really interesting thing to think about, isn't it?
And here's the thing, both of those matter for sure, but it's those soft skills that so often end up being the difference maker. They're the tiebreaker. This is the key that unlocks that whole success puzzle we just mentioned. Okay, so we're throwing this term soft skills around, but what does that even mean? Let's break it down. Let's get really clear on what we're talking about here and, more importantly, how they're different from the stuff we're all used to listing on a resume. Okay, here's the core idea. Soft skills aren't really about what you know. They're about who you are. We're talking about your personal qualities, your habits, your attitude, basically all the stuff that dictates how you show up and interact with other people and the world around you. And I bet you've heard other names for them, right? People skills, interpersonal skills, even life skills. It doesn't matter what you call them. They're all pointing to the same exact thing, how we handle the human side of life. Here's a super simple way to think about it. Imagine two columns. In one, you've got hard skills. This is the technical stuff you can learn and measure, like coding or speaking a foreign language or engineering. Then, in the other column, you have soft skills. This is communication, teamwork, time management. See the difference? One is about how good you are with systems. The other is about how good you are with people.
And this next quote just nails it perfectly. Hard skills help you get a job. Soft skills help you keep it and grow in it. I mean, that's it right there. Your technical skills, yeah, they'll get you the interview, they'll get your foot in the door. But it's your ability to communicate and work with a team that decides if you're going to stay there and climb the ladder.
All right, so now we know what they are, but let's dig into why they matter so much. And I want to be super clear. These are not just some fluffy nice-to-haves. They are absolutely essential if you want real long-term success. The impact of these skills really shows up in 5 big areas. You can think of these as the pillars that hold up everything else. Your career, your personal growth, all of it. So let's walk through them one by one. First up, personal growth. This is all about you. Because when you work on your soft skills, you're really working on yourself. Think about it. A student who learns to speak in front of the class isn't just getting better at presentations. They're building this core self-confidence that's going to help them in, well, everything. Number 2, better communication. And this one is huge. I mean, huge. When you can actually get your thoughts across clearly, and when you really learn to listen, you just build stronger relationships everywhere. You cut down on misunderstandings and drama. It's a game changer. I mean, just think about this for a second. Who would you rather work with? Someone who barks orders at you or someone who asks politely? The answer is a no-brainer, right? How we say things makes a massive difference. Being polite, being clear, that's not just about being nice. It's strategic. And this leads directly to number 3, professional success. This is where the rubber meets the road. Because when a company is looking at 2 people with the exact same qualifications on paper, who do you think they're going to hire? It's going to be the one who can collaborate, who can communicate, who just has a good attitude. It is the ultimate tiebreaker. Next up, number 4, leadership and teamwork. Come on, we've all been there. That group project from hell where one person does nothing and nobody talks to each other, it's awful. And what that teaches you is that good teamwork doesn't just happen. It takes patience, it takes respect, it takes coordination, all soft skills. And finally, number 5, adaptability. The world is always changing, right? I mean, look at what happened with the pandemic. We all had to switch to working online, like overnight. Who did well? The people who could adapt. The ones who could adjust on the fly, learn new ways of doing things, and just roll with it. Okay, so hopefully by now you're on board with just how important these skills are.
But it can feel like a lot, right? So how do we even begin to think about them? Well, let's organize them into a simple framework that makes it all a bit easier to handle. We can basically group them into 5 main categories. First, you've got communication. This is the obvious stuff. Speaking clearly, writing well, but also listening. Super important. Then interpersonal skills. This is your teamwork, your empathy, just getting along with people. Third is self-management. This is all internal, managing your time, staying disciplined, handling stress. Fourth, we have leadership. Making decisions, motivating a team, and finally, just general workplace skills, like being professional. Thinking about it this way gives you a map, so you can see where you're strong and where you might need a little work. All right, as we start to bring this all together, I really want to change how you think about these skills. The word soft can be misleading. It doesn't mean weak or unimportant. In fact, it's the opposite. These skills are your power tools. And listen to this, because this is what employers say all the time. We can train you for the job, but not for attitude or communication. Think about that. A company can teach you their specific software in a week. They can't teach you how to be a good person to work with. That part, that's on you. So, if you remember nothing else, remember these 3 things. Number 1, soft skills are your people skills, plain and simple, how you deal with yourself and others. Number 2, they are every bit as important as your technical skills. They're not a bonus, they're a requirement. And number 3, this stuff matters everywhere. In school, at your job, in your family, everywhere. So I'm going to leave you with this last idea. Let's stop calling them soft skills. Let's call them what they are, power tools. They're the tools you're going to use to build a better career, better relationships, a better life. So the only real question left is, which one are you going to start sharpening first?